So, good morning, great people of the world. Today, I thought it would be fun to do a kind of day in a life. Student, wannabe bodybuilder, something like that, I guess. So, how do we start our day? Well, as always, with breakfast, right? So, it's gonna be like a full day of eating and training and like the whole shabam. So today, I'm actually eating eggs and like bread and some salmon type shit to get the healthy fats in, even though we also got that in the yolks. So yeah, that's about it. The breakfast is about 350 calories, I think. And by the way, I have to apologize of the lighting. A bit awkward to like get my big lighting equipment in here in the kitchen. And by the way, kitchen is horrible, sorry to say, but I'm actually moving in a few days, so that's going to be real good, because then I can get a real kitchen. Because look at this, I'm going to cringe. Look at that. That's not a kitchen. Well, that's 2 stoves or something, you know. I want to have 4 of them, not 2. So this is actually going to be my pre-workout meal before shit, that shit's dry. Fuck. I have like a certain type of bread, and even though I rolled it up in the package, it's just still got dry as the desert. Other than that, I'm as hungry, so I don't care. That's actually gonna be my pre-workout meal, and you'll see later that we'll go to the gym and we're gonna train chest today. So I thought like everybody loves chest days, so it's a good day to do. For other than that, I guess I will have a workout shake intra while I train, so that's kind of also going to be factored in as a meal. Also, I would want to mention, I actually usually wake up at 5 and work out at about 6:30 in the morning, first time, and the second time at about 11 o'clock, but if I got school, I'll just do it right after, like, let's say 13 o'clock. But life happened and stuff, so today I woke up at 10 a.m. so, and not 5 a.m. I'll get back on track. It's just so hard to move the time backwards instead of the other way around, you feel me? So that's a reason to that. Yeah, we're gonna do some training today and some work. You know, possibly some editing, some thumbnail mindstorms or brainstorms, so it's called. And yeah, pretty much it. Hopefully we set a PR in the gym. I'm actually on very low calories. Well, this is my highest calorie day, and tomorrow, which is about 2,000. It's still low for me, right? And that the weight loss is going good. You know, possibly gonna do some posing later in the video, so watch out for that. And other than that, I can't remember anything else. See you on the way to the gym, most likely. What's up? Yeah, so we're just parked out in the gym here, and I'm going to actually train some chest today. Upper chest focus a lot, because who doesn't want a big upper chest, you feel me? And yeah, some abs actually as well, because as I get shredded I want to have some like ab definition and stuff, so that's having a bit of a priority this mesocycle. And yeah, that's about it. After that we go home, eat, and then we come back to the gym and we train biceps and triceps, which is going to be a fun workout. Now, you may ask yourself why I train twice a day, and I do have a video on it early. I don't have developed as many skills yet in terms of YouTube and stuff like that, but the short version is that it has to do with me being tired and not being able to push as hard if I train like 2 hours without pause. So that's why I'm in there training like an hour and a half, and then I'm going home, eating, and then come back training for an hour. So yeah, that's the plan. I'll see you in the gym. Hopefully I get my camera. I think so, though. I have done before. So see you then. Start with incline bench and actually just warming up. You know, it's always a good idea to warm up. So what I usually do is I just, since I'm not so strong yet, if I'm taking a working weight of 60 kilos, I'm just taking 40, doing that for a few reps. Then I put on actually my working weight 60. I do that for 1 or 2 reps, and then that potentiation sets. I just rest a minute, and I just perform a set. So that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. This was going to be my first working set. The warm-up, I'm drinking just some whey protein and apple juice to get in some carbs for the workout. And other than that, I'm pretty much ready to go. You'll notice I'm using a belt in training, and that's what I usually do when I train compounds. It helps me lift more weight and thereby stimulating the muscle more. So yeah. EPR, which is great. I always try to rep match or beat my last week's performance. So last week I did 60 kilos for 6 reps. Now I do it for 7. Next week 8, 9, so on. I would progress a lot faster if I was massing or bulking. Since I'm like cutting and stuff, progression is going to be really hard. If the pump is good, I'm probably stimulating the target muscle. Right, I'm feeling it in my pecs here. And when it comes to disruption, which means basically I feel like the muscle is like twitching and like doesn't work as good, bad coordination, I probably did something well as well. And if I'm sore tomorrow, it's also something I do to gauge. Sorry, I'm talking so much to the thing in the sides and not directly at the camera. This is new and uncomfortable for me. So yeah, but 3 sets done. I did 4 last time. I don't think I will up my volume just yet. Something I do as well as the mesocycle progresses. I do more and more sets to accommodate for the resistance I get to volume, right? You're pretty sensitive at the start. Perhaps next week I'll do 5 sets, but I think I'll stick to 4 sets this week. I got pretty sore last time, so when it comes to dumbbell flies and stuff, I really love this exercise for my pecs because it really loads them under a normal stretch, right? And as we know, literature has been shown to stretch under load to be its own kind of like potent stimulator of muscle growth. So I like to have at least one exercise for every muscle where it can be really loaded under stretch. I highly believe in that shit. I guess I'll see you when I'm doing abs then, huh? Abs is fun. At least having them is fun. Not so much training them. But yeah. Oh, damn. Shit. I'm about to kill myself here. You know, the abs are just like any other muscle. And they need progressive overload machines. I actually like machines for that reason. Only downside to like machines compared to like any bodyweight movement is that everybody is a bit different, right? So sometimes the machine can feel weird, but this machine actually ain't half bad. Only thing I don't like about this one is that I don't get super good stretch under load like I do with a slant board sit-up. Other than that though, it's a great exercise. I just have to make sure I don't choke myself to death, because you'll see in a moment. It's actually pretty difficult for me because once you get heavy enough, like every bodyweight exercise is difficult. That's why I usually incorporate more bodyweight things like pull-ups and stuff when I'm more lean, right? So really stimulating this starfish crunch actually. Really like it. It's not as fatiguing and gets a hefty pump in the abs. That's what we want. Right, let's chase the pump. What's up, bro? So, it's nothing like super special. It's, see a bit more maybe definition in my arms, for example, my delts. It's not like super much. And like my abs need some work still to do, but yeah, it's pretty good actually. Go like this. Then we are back home, and the light isn't also perfect because, you know, you're kind of with me the whole day, so I don't want to set up lighting. I mentioned it earlier. So what are we having for post-workout meal today? Here we have about 155 grams of chicken breast, about 160 grams of vegetables, and and 85 grams of onions, like mixed in with 40 grams of pasta, but that's kind of also a vegetable, onions, not the pasta, and also 45 grams of guacamole for a fat. So all in all, this post-workout meals comes around to 430 calories, which is my second meal of the day if you don't count the intra-workout shake, which is basically about 160 calories as well. So yeah, I'm going to devour this as I'm getting hungry, and then get to some work, possibly editing some of or making some thumbnails, editing some of maybe this video, and continuing on my kind of, I don't know how you say it in English, but it's kind of like a plan for the company I'm starting, or business. I don't know how to define it really, but yeah, looking forward to eating this. It's gonna be delicious. Oh, and also I have, this is Pepsi Max actually, but Diet Coke is also something I use, and it's just for my sanity, you know what I'm saying? Nobody's perfect, and I need some sweetness in my life, or I'm going to not stick to this diet. But it's very delicious, salty, I don't know if that's delicious. Once you diet enough, everything is delicious, you feel me? But yeah, I'm still not that lean, so I'm not come to that point yet. I space my carbs around my workouts a lot before and after, and that has some obvious physiological benefits. I'll come into that if I remember it. Oh, I didn't see you there. Silly me. Well, what am I doing right now? Well, I've actually been working a bit. Just finished some my laundry, and I'm drinking a bit more Pepsi for my psyche, because consistency is key. So something I do to stick to my diet is actually to have satisfy my sweet ache, or whatever it's called, with. And here's my cup of coffee. As you work, you will need this as well. Usually at this point, the clock would be 10 a.m. and I would be preparing myself to go to the gym for the second time at 11. Yep, so it's pretty boring work really. Just writing about like my marketing plan and stuff. I don't know if you see it very well there. But yeah, not the most exciting thing really. Another thing that I want to mention is that, you know, you see me actually kind of working a lot, exercising and all that stuff. And when it comes to my personality, that's something that I really enjoy doing. I don't like kind of relaxing, I guess. And again, the, you know, social life is on kind of the back burner, and basically I'm focusing on, you know, building myself a life here, you know what I'm saying? For hopefully building a brand, a business, and hopefully competing. That is something that is not realistic for most people, right? But I enjoy it. That's what I want to do in life, and that's what I'm doing. And I always have like this good feeling in myself when I have done what I'm supposed to do today, like the goals I've set for myself, not skipping the gym and stuff. Like I kind of get more shameful almost, so that's a bad side of the, you know, productivity craze that's been going on for a few years now on social media, right? 5 a.m. morning routine and stuff like that. It's not realistic, but to me, waking up at 5 a.m. is the latest. I mean, I can wake up and still make my trip to the gym before I go to school, because it's not every day that I have to go to school at 8, and it's not even every day that I have a school. But there are some days in the month that I have to be at school at a quarter over 8. And then if I want to train before that time, 5 is kind of the earliest I can wake up. You feel? So that's that. Let's go to the gym. I'll see you there. Alright guys, so the gym is pretty packed because I woke up so late, so I'm not actually used to this. But we're gonna start our bicep and tricep workout with our triceps. So we're doing a JM press. The reason for why I like to start with triceps is because when I get a pump in my biceps, my range of motion gets pretty limited on triceps. But if I get a pump on triceps, I can still perform biceps with no problem, right? So that's why I do that. So you'll see me perform some sets. See ya. It's definitely a great exercise. Try it out. And I'll see you on the cable overhead tricep extension. What I'm about to do now is actually a type of a rep scheme called actually myo reps, right? At least that's what I've heard it termed in, for example, Renaissance periodization. And what that allows me to do is actually to play around with the concept of failure, right? I don't train to failure or train to success or something meme related, but no. So what I basically do is I'll go to almost failure, and then I'll just rest for 5-6 seconds, and then I'll go again, 5 reps for example. Rest 5 seconds, and then again I go again 4 or 5 reps, and that allows me to pack a hell of a lot of stimulus in a short amount of time, because we know that keeping the pushing the muscle to failure is likely something that's very stimulative. It's going to be a good set to watch. Hopefully, it's going to take a long time, and be very grueling, but hopefully pretty entertaining. So yeah. Also, this method of like myo reps and stuff is actually pretty good in regards to the pump, because of you're not letting metabolites pretty much come out, so the amount of cell swelling is like insane afterwards. Like it doesn't even look like my arm at this point, you know what I'm saying? If your training is on stale and you're only doing straight sets, try to incorporate some supersets or myo reps or anything really, rest pause even, right? All great modalities of training. So yeah, usually I begin this mesocycle with 2 sets because of the way that it's so stimulative, but since this is the 3rd week, I'll do a 3rd set and I'll see you on the biceps. It's a pretty short workout, but effective. That's what we want. Also, you'll notice that I'm using only 25 kilo, like at the bar, and the reason for that is, you know, biceps aren't you know, as big of a muscle as you might expect, right? So 25 kilos, if you do it properly, is more than enough load, right? So if you're asking for my opinion on like cheat girls, is that I personally don't use them because I don't find it necessary for growth or even worth it when it comes to injury, right? Because basically doing my 1 rep max 8 times, letting it down, right? One of these days I'll just snap my tendon in half, right? So I'm about that safety life, you know. Call me a pussy if you want to, but hey, pussy life is working, so why not do it? I guess. I also tend to not grow well from under 10 reps on like biceps, rear delts, small muscles like that, right? So usually I go 10 or above. Like I get a gnarly bicep from 20 to 30 reps as well, but then I don't use a barbell. Then I usually use machines, so I don't have to use any stabilizing muscles. So yeah, I'll see you guys on the hammer curls. Yeah. Another thing, I probably mentioned it earlier, but as I am cutting and losing weight, I am for dear life not trying to regress at all, optimistically trying to even progress. So many muscles I've seen now are actually performing better than last week. But for example, my hammer curls here can't do more than 10 reps without really going to failure, and that's a bit too early yet. So I'm just staying at 10 reps. I'm not letting it go below what I did last week. So let's do a set. That was my physique basically like earlier today, just now with a bit of like arm pump. I don't know how it looks from the back, but you know, it's a bit better right here. So yeah, something that I have, we're now going to eat meal number 3, which is about the same number of calories, I think is the last one. This meal is about 410 calories, 30 grams of protein, 10 grams of fat, and 50 grams of carbs. So it's a good post-workout meal, something I actually like to do and helps me stay consistent on my diet and basically eliminate my urge to cheat on my diet. It's actually meal prep. I make every meal that I need to eat 3 days in advance. So for example, I made every meal that I need to eat up until Thursday, yesterday, if that makes sense. And this makes it so easy to just open a container, eat it, finish it, right? And go on with my day. So that has made me kind of stick to my diet for I think about 2 weeks and 2 days as of now. So I haven't cheated a single bit, and I don't feel the urge to. I mean, not yet at least. But is this realistic to never cheat on your diet and eat it, especially in a deficit where you're starving and stuff? And the answer is no, but I'll show you in a minute what the food looks like. It's exactly the same as meal 2. My meal 2 and 3 are based of chicken, pasta, onions. What's up? Yeah, it's pretty much the same as last time. It looks like this. Whatever, right? What am I eating, you ask? Well, it's a mix of cottage cheese and some casein protein powder, and it is about 200 grams of fruit here. It's strawberries and mango. Also, I have peanut butter there, and that's basically that's something you have to be careful about, was what I was going to say, because peanut butter is pretty calorically dense, right? Pretty calorically dense, so it's easy to go overboard. So this meal comes out to be around $3.95. As you have been joining me all day today, I am running out of batteries. But the next meal I'm going to have is also around that range of 400 calories. That will basically be it. It will be some casein and some fruit and some peanut butter basically, and that's it. And before that last meal, I'm going to do some cardio to burn some calories, be physically active, you know, that healthy shit. But unfortunately, I won't be able to take you with me there because of the battery issue. I could have charged it, I guess, but I don't have time. And been a long day, feel me? But it has been fun. And hi, post-production or yeah, post-edit John here, and I just wanted to say thank you if you made it this far into the video. It shows that you really enjoy this type of content, and it took me like a month to do, even more than I expected, but I wanted to do this right instead of rushing it and you know, producing crap. So I wanted to take the time to thank you for watching, basically, and you know, even dropping a like or subscribing if you want to see more of me is something that also I greatly appreciate, you could say. So with that being said, I'll see you in the next one.